turned in here tonight. That is what they will be.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagement. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponent on their turn. He's doing it on his turn. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, Jim.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Santa Cruz, California, Russia. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. You will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
They touch him up, and we are underway. Well, the tension is palpable as this fight gets underway, and it'll be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who can really do it all.
And in those situations, normally the guy that's more well-rounded will be the one that will find success. I want to see how this plays out.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Flipped him with the right hand there. Just missed with the left there. Slips that left hand.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Oh, big punch lands. Beautiful body kick.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Just misses there with the left.
Keep moving your feet.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Missed with that right hand.
Oh! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out.
That was a jab.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee. Oh, do you believe that another head kick lands? Got to start raising that guard, or this is going to be the end of the fight.
I mean, it's going to be the end of the fight. It's very surprising. Nice kick directly into the face. Nice takedown.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
Closed guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position.
That's a big strike right there.
Back and forth we go here. Oh, beautiful straight right hand.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. Yeah, he's mixing it all up.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Pressure and get the takedown now.
Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now. That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Misses with the right hand. Single collar tie now.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Strong defense there to block the shot. Nice instincts. Oh, wow. Huge head kick. And he comes through with a big knee.
Beautiful strike.
Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
He is all about that left kick to the body.
Nice kick. Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
15 seconds. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Lee gets caught with that punch. He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
How about those 5 minutes? All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick. And
Whoa!
you don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh! Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing.
Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands, Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight. He has his commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Both fighters throwing heat now.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He has certainly found his range on the feet.
I mean, when you don't check, you're going to continue to get blasted with kicks. His opponent has not deterred him from keeping on throwing those kicks. Nice strike.
Another elbow from the clinch lands.
What a body kick.
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
And he landed the right hand there. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Big leg kick lands.
Got the single collar tie.
Head kick.
He blocks the shot. Straight right hand now, just misses.
Oh man, head kick lands.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Beautiful punch. He's determined to land as many leg kicks as he can in this fight.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. He engages in the single collar tie. Now the transition to the judo throw right into side control where he will have no shortage of options. Back to the feet now.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, what a kick! And maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Oh, nice punch there by Lee.
Serve him up. Go get him. He is getting lit up right now, John.
Oh!
Relax, relax. Keep your hands up for him.
Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those punches.
Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. 10 seconds remain in round two. And a nice jab there, champ.
The jab was a lost art in mixed martial arts. Guys have found it, and they are fighting behind it real well.
Take a seat. Deep breath. Relax. Drink the water and listen.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, he hasn't really showed any slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Nice punch there by Lee.
Nice leg kick lands.
How about that shin? Clean with the right hook. Lee's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense. Oh, he tagged him with the punch there, DC. That's an educated left hand.
He's got great timing with his left hand. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Oh, that'll ring your bell. Head kick. And he continues to work the body here. All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight just knowing how to fight behind your jab.
Man, look how quickly he gets that foot to the target. Able to check that kick as well.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Head kick lands.
Man, it doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty. Man, he's just got a great feel for the striking realm early in this one.
The timing is on point. He's doing a great job of mixing everything up. I mean, he's cutting down the side with these beautiful leg kicks. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Massive takedown.
Double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got it on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Came up inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds.
Great punch landed with so much power. Nice head kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. That is as big a strike as he has landed thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight. Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks. It's such a fast leg kick. He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got hurt bad.
Winded up on the right there to no avail.
Straight punch lands. Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's gonna break him?
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently demand where the referee's gonna stop.
You gotta defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Oh, another strike lands to the liver here. He buckled him.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Oh!
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Big knee to the body. Timing his shots. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
It's over. It's over.
Just the way he drew it up as he gets the knockout victory here tonight, it's hard to land a strike more flush than he did right there, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So he'll see the replay and probably shake his head, but ultimately this is a huge result and a huge win for that fighter here tonight. So there he is as the celebration continues. A huge knockout for him here tonight. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a professional athlete, right? I know you enjoyed the birth of your kids, right?
Yeah.
But you knock out a man in a cage fight. I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing like it. You know, you don't even hear the one that lands, that puts out your opponent's lights. And tonight, he got that done.